Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. If you are joining us for the first time, you should check the description box for the link to the introduction on this topic where we've discussed on the sine rule. So for today, we'll be looking at the cosine rule. Now, what is cosine rule and when do we apply the cosine rule? The cosine rule is used for solving triangles which are not right angled. So whenever we come across triangles that are not right angled and we need to look for a parameter, we use the cosine rule. But when do we use it? It is used to calculate the missing sides of a triangle when two sides and the included angle are given. So we use it to calculate a missing side of a triangle. So now these are the sides of a triangle. We have side C, side B, and side A. So we could either be looking for side A, that way side C and B will be given, then the included angle, since we are looking for side A, angle A will be given. Now if we are looking for side C, we will be given side A and B and angle C. And if we are looking for side B, we'll be given side A and C and angle B. So this is when to apply this rule. And it says, or to find a missing angle when the three sides are given. Yeah. So whenever we have the three sides given, whenever we have sides C, B, and A given, and we are meant to look for any of the angle, we are meant to look for any of the angle, we also apply the sine rule. So we could be looking for angle B, A, or C, but take note, the three sides must be given to apply that rule. Now, this is the formula. It says the cosine rule to find a missing side. So whenever we are looking for the missing side, if we are looking for side A, this is the formula. B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. That's angle A. Now if we are looking for B, we have B square equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B. And if we are looking for C, C square equals to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. Now let's move here and rearrange the cosine rule to find the missing angle. So whenever we want to look for the missing angle, we have to rearrange this formula. We have to rearrange this formula. So we'll rearrange it using change of subject of formula. So after using change of subject of formula to rearrange, then we'll make those angle we are looking for the subject of formula. So that way, if we're looking for angle A, it becomes cos A equals to B square plus C square minus A square over 2BC. So if we're looking for angle B, we have cos B equals to A square plus C square minus B square over 2AC. And if we're looking for angle C, it becomes cos C equals to A square plus B square minus C square over 2AB. So this formula written here, we'll apply them with the questions we'll have below. So it says examples. We'll start with example 1, which says in triangle ABC, C is equals to 8.44 meter, A is equals to 7.92 meter, and B is equals to, that's the capital letter B is equals to 151.3 degree. Now we have to calculate AC. AC means the size, which is the distance. So we are going to calculate the distance between A and C. Now let's start. Now I've drawn the diagram for question 1. So what we're going to do next is to label the triangle with the parameters given and impute the variable for each parameters. So let's say here we'll have A, B, and C. From the question, C, which is the small letter C, is 8.44 meter. Now if we have a capital letter C here, opposite is the small letter C, which is 8.44 meter. A equals to 7.92 meter. If we have our capital letter A here, this is the small letter A, which is 7.92 meter. This is our capital letter B, which is the 151.3 degree. Now the question says we should look for AC. We are asked to find AC, which is the distance between A and C. If this is capital letter A and this is capital letter C, the distance between A and C is where we have our small letter b, because opposite angle B is where we have the side B. Looking at the triangle, we observe that we have two sides given and one angle, and we are looking for the third side. Then the third side we are looking for, the angle is provided. So we are going to be using the cosine rule for B square equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B. This is the formula we're going to be working with. So let's impute the variable for each parameter here and find the value for B. B squared is equals to, for A we'll have 7.92 square, plus for C we'll have 8.44 square, minus 2. A is 7.92 and C is 8.44, cos our B is 151.3 degree. B square equals to 7.92 square, we'll have 62.7264, plus 8.44 square, we'll have 71.2336, minus we'll have 2 times 7.92 times 8.44. This will give us minus 133.6896. Then we'll have times cos 151.3. Cos 151.3 gives us minus 0.8771. Close the bracket. B square equal to 62.7264 plus 71.2336 is 133.96. Then coming to this side, minus times minus. So when we have minus times minus, we have plus. Then the values 133.6896, 0.8771, we have 117.26. Our B square is equals to, when we add this value together, we'll get 251.22. So for we to get the value for B, we'll have to look for the square root of both sides. So when we square root both sides, square root of B square equal to square root of 251.22. Square roots cancel square. We are left with B equal to the square root of 251.22. We have 15.85. So since we've gotten the value for 15.85, I would love to approximate this to 3 significant figure, which is 15.9 meter. But remember, the question came in form of find distance AC. So therefore, AC is equal to 15.9 meter. So this is the answer for question number 1. Now let's go to question number 2 and read out the question given. So for question number 2, it says, calculate the angles of a triangle with sides of length 4 meter, 5 meter, and 7 meter. So let's take note of this. We are calculating the angles for the length of 4 meter, 5 meter, and 7 meter. So if a triangle has 6 parameters, we're provided with 3 parameters and we have to find the 3 angles. So now let's draw the diagram for this question and solve for the angles. So here we have the diagram for question number 2. The first thing we're going to do is to label the diagram. Let's say we'll have A, B, and C. Now impute the parameters given in the question. We're given 3 sides, which is 5 meter, 4 meter, and 7 meter. So we are asked to find the angles. We are asked to find angle B, angle A, and angle C. So for we to do this, we have to take note of the rule of cosine, which says to find the missing angle when the 3 sides are given, we are going to use this formula. We are going to use these 3 formula to find the angles when the 3 sides are given. So let's start by using cos A, which is equals to B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2BC to get the angle for A, and we'll apply the same for cos B to get the angle for B and the same to get the angle for C. Now let's label the sides of the triangle. Wherever we have capital letter B, opposite is the small letter b. Wherever we have capital letter A, opposite is the small letter a. And wherever we have capital letter C, opposite is small letter c, which are the sides of this triangle. So the first thing I would like us to look for here is angle B. So for we to look for angle B, we introduce the cosine rule for B, which is cos B equal to A square plus C square minus B square all over 2ac. Cos b equals to, when we include the parameters for each value, a square we have 7 square plus c square is 5 square minus b square will have 4 square all over 2, 7 and c is 5. Cos b equal to, for 7 square we have 49 plus 5 square is 25 minus 4 square which is 16 all over 2 times 7 is 14 times 5 we have 70. Then cos b equals to 49 plus 25 minus 16 is 58 all over 70. Cos b is equals to 58 all over 70. When we divide that, we have 0.8286. So for we to get the value for b, we have to look for the opposite of cos, which is the cos inverse. So it becomes b equal to cos inverse of 0.8286. Now using the four-figure table or your scientific calculator, the value for this is 34.04 degree. I can decide to approximate this to whole number, which will be b approximately, this is 34 degree. So when we put that here, we'll have 34 degree. Now let's go over and look for angle C. So to get the value for C, we have to introduce the cosine rule of getting angle C, which is cos C equals to a square plus b square minus c square all over 2ab. So substituting the values for this parameter, cos C equals to, the value for A is 7 square plus the value for B will have 4 square minus, and the value for C is 5 square all over 2. A is 7 and B is 4. Cos C is equals to 7 square will have 49 plus 4 square is 16 minus 5 square which is 25 all over 2 times 7 is 14. 14 times 4 gives us 56. Cos C equals to 49 plus 16 minus 25 gives me 40 all over 56. Cos C equals to, when we divide 40 over 56, we get 0.7143. Now for we to get the value of C, we have to look for the opposite of cos, which is the cos inverse. C equals to cos inverse of 0.7143. Now using the scientific calculator or your four-figure table, the value for this is 44.42 degree. And if I decide to approximate this to whole number, C equals to 44 degree. Now I can put this value into the triangle. So for C, we'll have 44 degree. Now if you look at our triangle, it is almost complete because we have the two angles. Now it's remaining angle A. So we can decide to use the sum of angle in a triangle to get the value for A. So to get A, let's recall that sum of angles in a triangle is equals to 180 degree. That way, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. We are looking for angle A, and for B we got 34 degree plus for C we got 44 degree equals to 180. Angle A plus 34 plus 44 will give us 78 degree equals to 180 degree. A degree, when we collect like them, 180 minus 78 degree. A degree equals to 180 minus 78, we have 102 degree. So we'll put this value into our triangle, we have 102 degree. Now I've been able to get the complete angles for this triangle. The first and the second angle I got here, we use the cosine rule, and the third one we use sum of angle in a triangle. For this third one, which I use the sum of angle in a triangle, you can also decide to use the cosine rule. That is you using cos A equal to b square plus c square minus a square all over 2bc. If you use this formula, you will still get 102 degree. So anyone that works best for you, you can apply that. So therefore, the angles in this triangle is for angle A, we got 102 degree. For angle B, we got 34 degree. And for angle C, we got 44 degree. Thank you very much for joining us in today's class. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.